Hello, Pump Down. How's it going, everybody and friends? So we didn't get any buy-side run. That may have not materialized, and you know, I had a sneaking suspicion that ICT was just trolling people with, bait calls and fake guru mentors and stuff like that. This is why I've been and this is so not only like I already kind of suspected this, but like today he actually said it out loud. So it's been confirmed. He's been baiting fake mentors and fake gurus into, live and dying by his public calls. And, there's reasons for it. And I can see why people think he's losing his mind and yada yada. Look, the dude was called out by specific people. Those people did not enter. They did not place the Robins. That's who he was, but he's not going to go and demolish people who actually participated that wasn't being a butt-nose to him, okay? The people that called him on didn't enter, and some did, but didn't place at all. So he was waiting for those people to place. The people that called him on. That was the deal. That they were going to enter in place, and they didn't. So ICT just said, well, save it for next time. So, look, I watched that guy live, okay? I watched him trade live accounts. He does it in his mentorships. I watched him trade demo. I watched him call everything all year, and even watching his previous mentorships, private and public. I've been through them all, okay? I've watched what he does. I know what he can do. We're doing it. We're doing it. And how else would we be able to if it wasn't for him? So I was looking for a run to sell side liquidity. And now this weekly thing, this was interesting today. We had this thing. So he introduced Graypool. Not Deadpool, Graypool. A Graypool liquidity. I don't know if it has anything to do with a dark pool. If it's lighter than a dark pool, that's why it's a gray pool. I have no idea. But he introduced this on Twitter. And I find it fascinating. So I was looking for a bottom today inside of the gray pool. And it just so happens that the bottom of today was the lower quadrant of the gray pool. Wow. So when we were looking for a bottom, sure, we'd be looking for, that order block. Could it have come down to there? Sure. That aligns with this volume imbalance way over here. But take your attention to that price point there. Okay, I'm going to draw a line across. Look at how it doesn't touch it. Right? That price point doesn't get touched. So how would you be able to determine where the bottom of the daily candle would be? Well, it didn't touch any PD array in here but the lower quadrant of the gray pool. Just like he taught how it works. So I find this absolutely interesting that my draw on liquidity today was the downside. That's what I wanted to see. And, he punked a bunch of people by saying it was likely going to go up. It's funny because I didn't see that happening. And then, I'm not trying to parrot him and things that he say. I do my own thing. And this is why. He said not years ago, but he said a long time, and even years ago, he said, eventually I'll get in your way. And now I'm understanding why. So I don't know if he was live on YouTube today, or if he was just talking, just giving what he wanted to see. But you gotta take what he says with a grain of salt, okay? Or really the whole salt shaker. So last night when I went live with you at market close, we were in and around this price area. So I was mentioning how I wanted to kind of see it bleed out for the rest of the evening in Asia, London, and then London or New York give that nice retracement for us to sell short into, and it did just that. That was exactly outlined, and that's exactly what happened. I took a little cheeky long right here, and it's on my Twitter, so you can see for yourself. 15-second order block on top of the breaker after sweeping liquidity, and it just went right up to where I wanted, and then I sold short this order block, this bullish order block. And if I think that price is gonna go down like once that Judas here at 9:30 started ripping, I was like, oh yeah, baby. So there was some other stuff going on in here, but I was looking for this bullish order block here to get railroaded. And typically when that happens, it doesn't come back. If order flow is bearish, it's likely going to sink and not come back. So that's pretty much exactly what happened. Target was acquired, and I was just aiming for the double bottom. Amazing, right? Now, how the heck could I have forecasted exactly what happened the night before if it was random? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Sorry for spamming your Discord today. You're hilarious. So we got this little baby new day opening gap. Make sure our open is that candle. So the open is 97750. So that is the open. And the top of that body is the close. Have that on your chart. Do we make another low tomorrow? That's the $1 million question. So was today's bottom the bottom? I would say that if we leave a piece of this gray pool open and don't reprice to the whole thing, did we? No, we left some of it open here. If that's the bottom, we could freak out and make that high ACT wanted. I'm gonna leave tomorrow alone. We could have a TGIF, only the profile for the week sucks. It sucks so hard, you guys. You don't even want to pretend like it's high probability. And I was looking for Monday to be the top of the week. Us to make lower lows in here today. The line in the sand for me was opening price, and we couldn't reach back above. So that just became obvious at that point which profile we were getting. So the question is, do we make another low and then retrace into the range? Or do we retrace into the range from here and then just kind of dangle inside of here and generate some more sentiment? In my humbles of opinion, there's one more low coming. Now the reason for that is we didn't bounce off of those sell stops very hard. We just keep kind of grinding downward. It's showing a willingness to want to go lower. So tomorrow, and I'll be studying. I'm good. I've traded every day this week. I want to take at least one day off. I'll be looking for price to want to dig into here to some degree. And I would even go as far to say as that. So how far it digs in, I don't know. But I'd be using the midway point here as kind of like a support and resistance, right? So we've actually closed below the midway point of that awesome price, and we've seen it in today bouncing off of these price levels, like so nice, all the way down too. So look at how it uses the upper quadrant, the midway point, the lower quadrant, and you know what I'm saying? It's I know it looks like we just pulled stuff out of thin air, but obviously we didn't. So that I'm surprised. I'm amazed. It's awesome when this stuff just does what it's supposed to do. Um, you know, we could come back to here. Why not? Absolutely. I'm gonna mark this one purple though, because that's the spook. That was always the spooky thing. Ever since it was created, this thing always pissed me off. It's like typically when we come back to stuff like this, it's really violent. Like look at this liquidity void here with no candle. Look at it, the dynamic run in the daily time frame right to it. That's what I was kind of like, okay, do we come to this bugger now? And then it was like, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes. Anywho. Maybe one more low. And then a retracement back into the range. So go to your weekly time frame. Now that we've got a nice bearish candle. It's not huge by any means. But measure from the high to the low that it makes either tonight in London or New York. And you might be able to find a nice retracement back up to the range. I'm going to study it and just sit on my hands tomorrow. I'm going to practice my discipline. Because trading every day just, it ends up, when it's good, it's good. And then you get bloodlust and you just think you're the shiz. And the next thing you know, you're freaking angry. And I like to stay away from the anger. So I do what I got to do. And that's about it, you guys. God bless you. Have a safe day tomorrow. Don't overdo it. Let it be obvious. Don't chase price. And you've made it. See you tomorrow. Peace.